So welcome to today's session on chess. Here I have a photo taken of, I don't look any older yet, do I? Do I look any older? This is me just playing a game of chess in this cathedral square. Yeah? No. This is me playing simultaneous chess. And I'm all dressed to suit. But anyway, I do look the same, don't I? But this is a photo of me. That's the photo of me back then in about 1990, we won't say, but it's 1992 or something like that, 1993. And so I'm dressed to the plush, but to whatever the word is. So I'm well dressed, probably overdressed actually, because you can be overdressed and you can scare people away if you look like someone too good, even though I'm not. If you look really, really good or something like that, I'm not saying I look good, but if you look too good, then they just don't really want to sort of like maybe play you, because they just go, oh no. But if you just dress sort of reasonably casual, then you might get a game or two in. But it was very, very popular in the late 80s and 90s. And so I've done simultaneous chess displays in malls and malls like shopping centres and things like that, and was paid quite nicely for it actually. So anyway, here we come with the chess for today. Now, what have I got for you today? Well, I've got something that I consider quite special. My opponent is now, this is the highest rated player I've beaten on chess.com thus far. And my opponent is 2-3. It was either 2-3-2-2 or 2-3-2-3, something like that. So 2,300. So that's the highest player I've beaten, or the highest rated player I've beaten on chess.com. And don't worry, it's not bullet, because if it's bullet, I won't be playing that player. Bullet, it's not bullet, it's just 5-minute blitz tournament, blitz game. I wish it was a tournament. So anyway, this is this game that I have for you today, and this has been handpicked, but it has also was the best, highest rated player I've beaten so far, even though I've beaten here and there at International Masters a couple of times, or I've beaten Grandmasters in bullet and also in a blitz game a while back, and that was on blitz Blitzum chess on from Europe, from Germany, I think. So here we go. We might as well get rid of that extra mug shot of me. So here we go. This is, as I've already shown, the first move, E3. So it's quite easy to play, and even in 5 minutes it helps a little bit, especially when you see who you're playing. So D5. And by the way, my opponent's from the USA, okay? So my opponent is from the good old USA. So I knew Bishop G4 was coming, because I have actually seen this game, but Bishop G4 I thought was going to be happening after Knight F3, and chomped at the bit. G4? Have you seen G4 before, or have you seen B4 before? I know I keep going on about that, sort of as if it's funny. knight FD7. So let me do a count like Yasser, Grandmaster Yasser does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm still concentrating on developing, especially with this opponent. Otherwise, I'm going to just get trouser-legged. So okay, Queen E2, Bishop D2, and Bishop D2. Now let's give Black's next move, which is Knight B6. Now let's count. So we count only the things that have moved, and like the castling of the king, and that's the thing. I think that's how you do it. I'm obviously going to have to do something about the C pawn here, but now I just will count. So we'll count Black first. So anything that's been developed or moved on the board, even count pawns. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, now we count white. 1 for the castling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a wee bit, and once I move this, it's going to be 10. So here we've got this Queen H4, and I'm going, okay, I'll just go back there, I suppose. And Queen back to E7. I could play here quite simply E4. E4 looks quite good. I could have a look at what Fritz reckons. So we're ready. I'll just maybe Bishop G3, or I don't know if I want to put my Bishop to G3. It's sort of like could eventually be a good piece, maybe on D6 with C5 and that. But here's A4. Okay. Is that the move I played? I think I played A4. I did. I done it again. How do I find Fritz's moves? And it's not Fritz playing this, it's definitely me playing this. A5. Sorry, the animation went on there. So we've got Bishop B4, which, as you'd appreciate, isn't actually really threatening much or anything at all, but it might be threatening maybe this and this, hopefully. That's a bit hopeful, isn't it? Which will get, I'm not sure what Nimzovich called it now, just like all the pawns on the 4th rank. So I think it was, but prophylaxis is to do with preventative. But I can't remember what he called it now. So got this knight annoying my bishop on b4. So obviously I have to move it. That great move that Judge Rinda really loves is obviously. So go back to a3. So I'm still eyeing up that knight on d6. And here comes e4 as promised. And now I quite like this for black, for white, for black, for white, for black and white, black and white. So here goes bishop e4. So I don't know if black wants to play knight e4, because I probably would play bishop takes rook on f8. So here's rook fd8, and so I move this out of the way because I quite like this bishop because of obvious things that were again obvious things of here and here, checkmate almost, maybe on gobbling this pawn, all that sort of stuff. So here's g6 just to stop all those things I just said. So here I'm probably going to want to play f5 eventually. That's Manuel from Basil Faulty Towers. Eventually. What? But anyway, here goes. c5. Ah. So I just think, well, I'm not going to take that, because then you're going to get a whole lot of knobbly knights all round on c5 and d6, and I'm going to be sitting there very uncomfortable indeed. So play d5. So at the moment, it looks like it's probably going White's way, without knowing what Fritz reckons. So here's c4 and bishop b2. Now all of a sudden it's not looking so much like going White's way. Now here, if I go bishop e5, I could possibly meet f6. I'm not completely sure. And I have to keep an eye on this pawn from the queen and that sort of thing. But I think it's probably best to just move out the way or play rook e3. So I'll move out the way. And now I'm thinking of going from here to here to here, with obvious intent of queen g7 or queen h8. Checkmate. Okay, so go queen d2, and now my opponent doesn't care if I do that. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I could do that move. What can I do? Can I actually do that move? I'm actually thinking, did I think of this move now? And in case of, how does black defend against it? I'll just see what Fritz says, and then I'm going to keep going, of course. Okay. Guess what? Yeah, you guessed it. I played Fritz's move. It's going to look like I am actually cheating. In fact, I'd probably start thinking like that. David Wiegand's cheating. So here's knight e4 now. Can I just go queen d4 now? But then he just plays f6, does he? No. He doesn't play f6. Now I reckon that queen d4, and now he goes queen c4. That's right. Because otherwise, this is quite damaging. f6 is very sad for obvious reasons. Obviously, if f6, then we have a very nice move for white to be allowed to play. And what would that be? Abracadabra, ready, set, go, check. Ouch! That was not very nice, Dave. d6. And now, as you can see, oh look, the queen's going to move. Take the pawn. No, because it's check with the bishop. And then we have, let's say white is met with this move. We have this, and let's just do some silly analysis, okay? Knight c7, thinking, oh well, I've lost my queen. I'll play like my friend in Dunedin, just play on. But then white has a cunning plan, Mr. Blackadder. Okay, can you see what white can do with their queen? They can do a couple of things, but one's not so good as the other. White can actually play queen takes knight here, because if rook takes queen, then we have a nice subtle, a really good move for me to know all the ins and outs of that word, subtle. Then we have bishop takes f6, checkmate. So, but also white has this, which is just probably as nice, but probably nicer. Here we have this check, and obviously the king cannot move to g8 because of the bishop on b3, and the king's in check. So they go, aha, I can take your queen, yay! So they take their queen. And then if white does nothing sensible here and moves rook here or something, then white might try to lose. But white just plays bishop f6,
checkmate.
Checkmate. So that's the computer saying that. I thought I had turned the commentary off. So anyway, that's just some idle so here's the main move which the great player played, queen c5. Now you think that this might look like it's really, really good for white, and maybe I've just made this whole game up. I play rook c1, but it is 5 minutes. So I play rook c1, and then my opponent plays default capture queen times 2. And here's knight d2. Thankfully, it's not a fork of often a king check or king even over here. That would be even worse, as then I just lose a whole rook. So here I go rook d3, and my opponent, what does my opponent do? Rook e2. And so I'm going, oh no, this is going to turn out bad. Now, if I go bishop d1, then my opponent can just play rook e1 check. And not sure if it's all that bad for me. But I play, what do I play here now? Can't even remember. Play bishop e3. I've got to be very careful here, because all of a sudden the tables can turn very quickly. If I play bishop c3, then knight takes bishop on b3 is looking quite good for black. So I have to be very careful, and I can't go here because of the check to my king with that knight, the stallion mare on d2, the black one. So here we go. I play bishop e3. So this is still defending the bishop and this bishop. So my opponent now plays knight b4 onto that b4 square, and I go, oh no, this is going to turn to custard, I can just tell. I've had other positions with strong players that have just turned to custard. So I went rook d2. Now if I go rook c3, rook d c3, then I believe black would play knight b3, and that threatens my rook, of course, and then knight here. And now black is again on this bishop with the rook and knight together, and as well as that, I cannot capture, so I can't capture this pawn is what I'm trying to say. I cannot capture this pawn because then white just merely loses their bishop on e3 to the probably the knight, I think. So I have rook d2, and that offers black, of course, the bishop on e3, so that's rook e3. Bishop c4, because it's attacked, of course, and here comes rook c8. So everyone can see the wee little thing I'm thinking, okay? I'm thinking d6 and bishop f7 discovered attack on your rook, on c8. And then I've also got this strong D pawn that's now passed. And that's what I thought when I was playing this 5-minute game very early on. When I played D5, I thought, well, that's going to be, I think it was already a passed pawn when I played D5. So it's something that I know that other people that coaching, that are actual coaches, say think ahead in chess and think to the end game. Think about what you can do with your positioning. So anyway, here's D6, of course. And I'm just threatening bishop takes pawn, check, and rook takes rook, regardless. So bishop, rook e4. I believe that Fritz would probably play knight c6. And then, king g7, just as good, because this bishop is actually pinned, isn't it? So that's what Fritz reckons. But rook e4 happened. So here I just think, okay, fine. Bishop f7 check, king f7, rook c8. And here is where my opponent resigned. Short of trying to cope with this. Knight c6 is no good. We'll just ask Fritz to finish this, okay? We'll get Fritz to find all the best moves in the world. Fritz plays a bit longer, doesn't it? Why doesn't it just... Now, if knight c6, put, you know, to try and save black a little bit longer, then just rook takes knight, rook c6, takes knight, check, and then queen straight away after. Promotion to queen, thank you, and then it is checkmate in about 3, 2, 1 move, couple moves time. So we'll just show you that, what I'm talking about. I wants to do a new variation, cancel. We'll just go rook g1, king g1, knight c6, rook. Oh, it's doing it completely different.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Okay, so that's the end of that session, and I hope you enjoyed that 5-minute game that I played at 12:05 in the morning, and then my rating went down because I played a bit more. But I was doing some experimenting, Your Honour. I was doing a bit more experimenting. That's me, over and out. All the best with your chess, no matter what your level. And I hope you enjoyed this session on YouTube for you, this selected game. Thank you very much. Bye for now.